Alright. I ended up figuring out that Doki Literature Club is a free game. Which is good for me. We're gonna play this. By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Well, I'm a disturbing guy and have a really dark sense of humor, so I agree. This game is not suitable for children. I've never played this game before, but I heard it's pretty good. It's a free Valentine's Day themed game. Which one is the cutest one of these girls? I really like this one and this one. I really like this one a lot, though. I think her name is like Monica or something. From what I heard. I really like her. I think she's cute. Let's see if we can figure out more about her. Enter your name. Oh, wait. We'll have the name that we usually go by in the Kip Squad. Cow Cow. Or Sow Sow. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Syria catch up to me. Oh, she's one of the really cute ones. Ah! I've overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You silly Billy. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Cow Cow. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird when I don't want them to, think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. Can you like play this with a controller technically? No, okay. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cow Cow, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Yeah, we like to ride solo. We don't like making friends. And I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me that you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me, and I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much how I was like in high school, because I remember they would always like have clubs you can join, but it's like, yeah, I'd rather spend less time with people and just play video games. And watch, listen to music and watch the animes. Huh? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Well, maybe I think college is a scam, Sayuri. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the hell's a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sora wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie baka. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. And she sounds like a huge nerd. Readings for dummies. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told you the club... I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep, you dummy. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school, and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to the Literature Club. It's pleased to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Boys are gross. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Calcow, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitudes, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparable, more mature, and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Cow Cow. Monika smiles sweetly. Oh, Monika seems like a cute girl. She's the ideal woman. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Oh yeah, she is the ideal woman, obviously. She's the most popular girl at school. Basically completely out of my league. Well, challenge accepted. I have high standards. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Now come sit down, Cow Cow. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. I like that face that Ciara makes. It looks cute. The other two girls are kind of meh. I think the other two are cuter. Alright. Then how about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, what was it gonna let me choose? I want to sit next to Monika. I want to sit next to the cute girl. And the other girl's supposed to be like a sister to us. Alright. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Woo! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Man, this game is making me hungry, and I can't eat anything today because I have to fast. Alright. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Baka. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Yeah, I seem to hear this a lot in animes. It's not like I made them for you or anything, Baka. Yeah, okay, Natsuki's clearly the tsundere. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismisses the conversation. Yeah, this is typical women logic. Yuri returns to the table and is carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess, but I honestly hate books with a passion. Don't let yourself get intimidated, Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I practically was dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Oh, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Oh, man. I love Monica already, because she hates fucking big political politics and communities too. That's why I always like to just hang out with myself and like MMOs and stuff. Cause I just hate fucking guild politics. Whenever you play an MMO, cause I don't know, they're just like a thing for drama. That's why I always prefer to start my own guilds these days. Okay, it feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Oh man. I need to find a real life female like Monica. Because me and Monica seem to be very much alike so far. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Monica seems pretty cool. She's like supposed to be like the popular girl at school. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Well, I know what you're saying, Monica. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Well, I've been trying to do that with the YouTube thing for almost like a year, Monica. I know what you mean. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. Yeah, you know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about reading and literature. So, Cow, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I like reading Japanese comic books, manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Yeah, I gotta read a book with pictures if I'm gonna be interested. I got the mentality of a small child. Alright, what am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story as such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Well, yeah, isn't this game supposed to be... It's supposed to be, like, cute in the beginning, but it's actually like a psychological horror game, is what I heard. It's like a spooky Valentine's Day. Alright. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Suki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Give me that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write down your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Suki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest forms of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we will all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cow Cow? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I was going to join this club. Suri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Cow, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Yeah, they're doing that female thing and making you... using their mind control powers to make you do what they want. It's a female superpower. And that is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Surya wraps up her arms around the jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everybody remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Cow, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Cow, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Surya and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Shiori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Roses are red, violets are blue. I like penis. Now so do you. Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen, whoever likes your poem the most. Wait, do I just have to write my actual own poem? I have to pick these. Valentine. Boop. Kawaii? Skirt. Unstable. Embrace. Kissy kissy. Well, we are kind of the gayest guy we know. I know my friend Polly, who's actually a homosexual, says I'm gayer than him, so we'll be a rainbow warrior. Rose. Oh no, we want marriage. We need to find the perfect woman. We want to marry Monica. There's Fluffy. There's Crimson. Candy. Lollipop. Awesome. Friends. explode. Oh no, lust. There we go. Prayer. No, not prayer. Passion. Yeah. Doki Doki. Chocolate. And beauty. Hi again, Cow Cow. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cow Cow. Well, Cow Cow is a man of their word. Or I'm a man of my word. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making your dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Well, yeah, but I want to hang out with the popular girl at school, Monica. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Cow Cow always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Cow Cow can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it shouldn't keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I need to get a drink real quick. I'm thirsty. All this reading is making me thirsty. Alright. Okay, I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki under an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approached her in the case she needs a hand. You're looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did he know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga and then stacked various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches out of my hand. She then turns in a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing the box set with the book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer, look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I tell you one thing, Cow. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. I disagree. I think you can judge books by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can't say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds more. Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can't feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Well, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so can I talk at the same time? It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot, Baka? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. That just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in the manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from the manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Well, I mean, that's a good skill, know how to cook. I really like food. If I found a female that knew how to cook at the Varrock Grand Exchange, a female with 99 cooking, that'd be great. Read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. Well, what do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids and nerds and weebs. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in their face. I know, those kinds of people, the normies. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he ever found this. At least it's safe here, in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Ha 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 ha. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. The stark contrast to her usually bossy tsundere tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we're able to make the tsundere happy. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Oh, sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. Yeah, I'm irresistible to the tsundere. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would be forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll fucking kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrificing things for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Oh, I can't wait. Sori and Monica enthusiastically put out our poems. Yeah, maybe we can share our poem with Monica. Okay, Sori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, as well as reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Should I show the poem first? Yeah, I want to show Monica. I want to try and impress her. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hi, Cow Cow. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? That's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Cow Cow. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But if that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, I guess that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Cow Cow. Oh, really? Oh man, we're already impressing Monica. We're gonna get into her pants soon. We're gonna get married to Monica. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. Well, maybe we can get the opportunity to pick up the book and read it so we can impress Monica. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories. It's just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It'd take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. I mean, that's usually when I'm interested in someone. It's kind of weird because like sometimes I don't know. It's like I think it's better to date someone that isn't interested in the same things as you. And then when you get close, like you get them in, and then by the time you've known each other longer, you get into each other's hobbies. So if someone like me, I would like to try and find someone who maybe likes to do outdoor things, or who isn't a gamer, and then that way I can get into their hobbies, and then they might show interest in what I do. I think that's the best way to do it, because you end up doing things you wouldn't normally do and stuff, and I think that's kind of good. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Okay. Yeah, maybe if we write the way we write, maybe Monica would enjoy that more. Because she thinks our writing's cute already. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind like a film. Left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very free form. It's what you call... Yeah, I'm trying to understand what her poem's about. It seems interesting and deep. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. As a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. You know, whenever I try, Monica has actually given me really good advice, because whenever I run D&D games, I always get writer's block. Maybe just don't worry about it making it perfect, you know, because then you'll never get it done. At least that's what I'm getting from her. Oh man, I wish I had a good friend like Monica. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big darker puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, well we just made a new friend. Let's talk to Nitsuki, because we wanna, it seems like she doesn't really have any good friends. And, you know, it's the first time, like, she found something that's we like the same things, right? So let's talk to her. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, let's get rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad, Baka. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. And I hope you're happy. So in other words...
Oh wait, this is me. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Nasuki retorts, gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Nasuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Oh, I actually kind of like the ending there. I think her poem's kind of cute. It's like someone that's like really wants to get into it and they're like starting out. Yeah. Oh, how do I... There we go.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I actually do like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? You're right.
Alright. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Oh yeah, I can understand that.
But the only nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
Oh, so you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro, like me. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Nasuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, well, let's talk to Shiori now. Is our childhood friend, as our sister, with the different mister. This is a good poem, Cow. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. And I'm kind of the guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why I'm impressed. It impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Cow. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only real good people do. So the game's telling me I'm a good person, I guess. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, thanks, Yuri. Yeah, that's good to know. Maybe if I get really good at dating sims, I'll be able to pick up the females. Find a boyfriend-free girl. I'm not sure if Siora sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, that's a cute poem. Yeah, she's really cute. Shiori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, it's just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Wait a minute, I've just realized this. Shiori is basically just me. Well, at least this makes me feel a little better about myself. Shiori is just female Cow. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Well, yeah, it's not only bad to skip breakfast, it's bad to skip second breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing.
Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun.
Okay, we figured out a voice for, Sayori.
Monica's the best.
Yeah. But...
Well, next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward.
Okay. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, then enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah, I just picked up a bunch of random words and put them together. Well, why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So is it that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just... There are specific writing habits that are unusually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've noticed. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that is a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, Ghost Under the Light. It's hard for me to read her handwriting because it's in cursive. Okay. I don't know what... It's hard for me to tell what the second word is. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. Is that bathe again? I bathe calm, but breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay, yeah, it's hard for me to read cursive. Okay. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Oh yeah, it's because you wrote in cursive though. It's not that your handwriting's bad. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, it's because I can't read cursive very well. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb Italian. Oh. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think that your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Cow Cow. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Shiori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. I'm burping. Give me a moment. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Yeah, that's what I thought about her poem, too. I thought it was kind of cute.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Shiori liked it. And Cow Cow did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Kako liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
No, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Cao appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately going out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cao started showing up.
Natsuki! I'm Natsuki. That is a little...
This doesn't involve you, Monica.
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Cao. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Cao.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Cao? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Who do I agree with more, Natsuki or Yuri? Well, you know what I prefer? I am a very simple person. And I do enjoy cute things. So, I'm actually gonna side with, I think Natsuki, and I do appreciate. It's just me being honest. I do appreciate the more simple writing style, because sometimes the simplest solution, sometimes it's just the obvious solution is the most simple one. Yuri, you're really talented. Oh well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that. I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, that is actually my opinion when it comes to like playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. I honestly don't. I do prefer theater of the mind more than actually having maps. A lot of the time, I don't mind having like one or like a map of like the world, but I don't really like making maps. I always feel like I always like, you know, just imagining what the map looks like in my head. All right, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Shows how much
You know.
That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me?
But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Shiori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so? You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Huh? Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so.
Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Cow. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about,
Natsuki glances around the room.
would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Shiori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? I'm sorry. That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Shiori. I'll go make some tea. Yeah, I mean, I think all the females at this school are, pleasing to the eye. Yeah? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Shiori. I pat Shiori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone reads each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Cow. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. And so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take that chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Shiori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Cow, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everybody likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Well, yeah, I want to impress the females. I nod myself with newfound determination. Cow. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yay! Shiori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Shiori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Shiori? About what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Yeah, why would I hate them? I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Cow.
It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Yeah. Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. It looks like Shiori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Shiori. I pat Shiori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Shiori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.
Alright. Giggle. Happiness. Desire. Heart.
Extreme.
Mouse.
Infallible.
Sweet. Sugar. Family. Marriage. Hair. Covet. Marshmallow. Promise. Dream.
Uncontrollable.
Papa. Cute.
Games.
Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cow Cow. Yo, Shiori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
It's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Shiori?
Why all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Shiori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets it contain and spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out.
I knew it.
I can see right through you, Shiori. You and me are one and the same. You're trying to trick me into buying you lunch.
It's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. You're just female version of me, that's why. You had enough money in the first place. You would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's just one more thing. You're always hungry. Just like me. And so that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face in her book is always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Zoe, tell Cow Cow to let me borrow some money. I am hungry.
Don't get me involved like that, Shiori. Besides, You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Huh. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yui. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution?
That.
Still, coming from you, Sori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sori knows.
Oh, it was me. Sori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
See, the one thing... See, me and Sori are very alike. I remember last week, what was it? My grandma's like, I was spending time with my grandma, and there's this one restaurant I really like to. It has like a drive-through, but they make all the food there. So the restaurant should really be a sit-down place. So it's this really good Greek restaurant, and they have really good gyros and fried zucchini. But like my grandma was like, oh, I don't have time to go to a sit-down place. Let's go to a drive-through. Like me, see, I got a big brain. I'm like, oh, yeah, we can go to a drive-through. But I'm gonna pick the one that's gonna take the longest so I can spend more time with my grandma. And then we ended up going to the Greek restaurant. And honestly, it would have been faster if we went to the sit-down place. So I tricked my grandma into spending more time with me. Anyways. Let's see, I may be somewhat dumb, but so there's times when I'm very cunning. Alright.
So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sori.
Yeah. Whap.
Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sori in the face. And tumbles onto the desk.
Meow. What was... Huh? A cookie.
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sori glances around.
Is this a miracle? Did this come from God? Because I paid my restitution.
That's retribution. Actually, that one's almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then, I heard you blab about the cupcakes.
It was totally worth seeing your reaction though, huh? Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Ah, so good.
Sori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
I'm probably still gonna go after Monica. Oh man, Natsuki is so cute. Like, Natsuki and I think Monica are the ideal females here, obviously. They're the best girls. Alright. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
You're going through a lot just over one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah.
Oh, I know that was her. I got their names mixed up. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Yes, Yori. That was her name. I always forget people's names.
Can't I try it?
Jeez.
Geez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. So, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez.
I get it. Cookie still in hand.
Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouth full of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Geez, you're such a kid sometimes.
Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica,
anyway?
Good question. Haven't you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's the class president, the most popular girl at school. She probably has like a boyfriend already. Well, I hope not.
She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
I wouldn't say that. I think our childhood friend is honestly very desirable. It is a very having someone as retarded as me is desirable as well. As a fucking gremlin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend, after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. Ooh, she's looking at me. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. We got Monica. Got her right in our crosshairs. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really.
I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
Oh, that's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yeah!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cow Cow. Man, we got Monica wants to impress us now. I was trying to impress her, now she's trying to impress me. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Yeah, me and Sayori are on the same wavelength. Yeah, man, I always feel odd when there's like a character who's basically just me. Alright. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah? Don't worry, I kept my promise. I pull the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I'm a manga expert, at least in this reality. I don't really like reading manga in real life. I don't like reading at all, actually.
I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know.
That is true. I don't blame you.
Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay?
Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow.
So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did the volume leave off again? I forget.
The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found
Monica?
Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Huh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf.
Did you move that manga again?
Ah, sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet. So I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there. I just had to organize it a bit.
The top shelf is far above my head.
She makes a futile hop and trying to figure out how to reach her manga.
Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you wish that on the top shelf?
Ah, Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a cup-beside stool that's hanging on the wall. That was weird. I noticed that, the, thing on Streamlabs, the time's being weird. So I don't even know how long I've been actually streaming. Alright, if you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you.
I can get them myself.
Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it.
You think I'm too short or something?
I mean...
I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me.
Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its, calibrable design? Okay, I don't know if I read that correctly.
Careful. I know what I'm doing.
Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool will be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki's being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. Okay, so I started at 3. Okay, I've been playing for an hour and a half. Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm going to have to actually keep track of the time myself. Alright. Smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Quiet. The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wah! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Geez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just...
I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay?
Say. I'm gonna get
a chair, so just hang on.
Suki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Natsuki trots over the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it out on the wheel. Oh, this is a bad idea. Over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels on rolls, but I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Yeah, I don't care. I don't want her to get hurt. Suki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. She refuses my help. I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch.
There we go. See, I can easily do it now.
Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends it down to put it on the shelf below. The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Oh, okay. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the perfect girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy.
Hey, Cow, I didn't think I could bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one.
Huh? But then I have to let go of the chair.
That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up.
Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Suki looks down at me. Are you all the way back? Huh? Looks like she's realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box.
What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my...
Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not, I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box.
You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out.
But
I'll do it myself.
the chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki!
Gah!
The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples onto her hands and the books go flying. I got you! The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm on the back seriously felt the impact. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Okay. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into the prop herself. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking?
You sicko.
Is everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in.
Monica? See what happens when you put manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy.
I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. My. I look down. Oh yeah, her books are all over the place. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. I must have landed on the page. Suki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it into the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. And then she begins to cry. Natsuki, are you? No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. See tears on her face. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so. Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Yeah, let's try and be a homie. She shakes her head. Just, every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... She falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. Pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Suki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lips quivers. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Yeah, we're friends. She lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I can do. The next couple minutes are silent between us, and I began gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get to the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of the books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. Alright. I think I'm going to end it there. I might play this. I want to play this again. I actually want to beat this game. But yeah, the Doki Doki Literature Club is a pretty good game. I've never played it before, so we'll save our game here. All right, we'll end the stream there. I might play this a bit randomly, but I'll make a playlist for this. Maybe. Anyways, I'll see everyone later. Hopefully the stream didn't do something weird today. But I just want to end it now in case some footage has been lost or something on the live stream. But anyways, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.